Good morning. Good morning to everyone. What a beautiful day it is. Another day that we're alive and we're well. And I am grateful to God because guess what? Woke up this morning in my right mind, being able to function, uh, and I think I'm doing well. How are you? How are you doing? Whatever time of day it is or night, wherever you are, whether it be morning, afternoon, evening, or night time. This is Dr. Hibbert from Kingdom Connect TV 1 saying good morning. Thank you for joining today. Guess what? Today is the first day of the new year in our broadcast, our stream. We completed one here yesterday. Today we start a new year number 2. Yeah, thank God for that. We have been consistent during the past year in bringing you, I believe, real good content. Some of you maybe joined late, so you have not really seen or listened or watched some of the earlier programs, but yes, you need to go back and watch some of those. There's over 400 tapes there that you can watch. Yeah, and things to help you to navigate through life from unforgiveness, anger, conflict, all sort of things. It's all there. So my friends, you need to scroll through, go back, and just watch some of those earlier programs. I believe you will be blessed by something. Yeah, that's what it's all about. We're here to bless you, and that's why we want you to bless us in whatever way you can. Yeah. So listen, this is a day that the Lord hath made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. I want for you to do the same thing. Rejoice and be glad in the Lord. It was good to have some folks here yesterday with us. Yes, and yesterday's broadcast, I hope you're able to watch that. And, they came to celebrate with us for, again, as I said, 1 year of live streaming. Monday to Friday. We're here Monday to Friday, every day at this time from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. U.S. time. Thank God for the opportunity to do so. So, my friends, why don't you send a link to somebody? You have done it before. Can you do it again? Just send a link to somebody, invite them to come and to join in today. Yeah, got a very interesting lineup for you. Dealing with the 5 very simple but powerful words. Yeah, we dealt with learn. And now we're going to talk about tried. Yes, it's going to be exciting. Words are very powerful, but you have to dig into them and get the understanding of them. Remember our theme verse for this broadcast, Philippians 4 verse 13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me the enabling to do so. Whatever you're going through today, don't be discouraged, don't be despaired, don't fall on in despondency. Remember that God is on your side. All you got to do is stay plugged into the source, and as long as you're plugged in, you're good to go. He's watching over you, taking care of you, covering you, even when the enemy is coming in like a flood. Yes, because you're plugged into Him. The Spirit of the Lord in you will raise up a standard against the enemy. So, my friends, stay plugged in. Stay plugged in. Father, I thank you for this day. Thank you for the privilege, the opportunity of coming to your people again. I pray as we get into your word today, and Lord, that you will manifest yourself in a very special way. And I thank you for it today. In Jesus' name, amen and amen. Yes, I want to give special recognition to Dr. Delpha Davis and Dr. Petrova Davis. Well, let me say Bishop Dr. Delpha Davis, yeah, and Dr. Petrova Davis for their participation or their input in this program, is that they have highlighted us on their platform, the PFMI platform, which goes everywhere. Thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers on that platform. Yeah. They're located in Portmore Town Center, Jamaica. So if you're looking for a real good church, oh yeah, you'll find one there in Portmore, the headquarters. They're all over the place on Chisholm Avenue and on Hatfield and all over the place. In the United States, Canada, they're all over. So my friends, you can find one of those places of worship. Yeah, I just thought I would say that, okay? So, but we are on the Power of Faith, the Flow and Digital platform also. Mondays at 9 a.m., Thursdays at 12 noon, and Saturdays at 1 p.m. You can find portions of this program on those cable network those days. Again, thank the pioneers, the people who have put us there, highlighted us. Thank God for them. Thank God for you who have been with us and are with us and are continuing with us. Yeah, thank God for you. You have been faithful over, as Jesus said, over few things. And he said, because of that, I make you ruler over many things. So my friends, don't despise the little things, because you never know where God's going to take you. Yeah, just be faithful in what you do, and God will do the rest. Yesterday, I reminded you, or highlighted the 5 focuses of Kingdom Connect TV1. I just want to name them out again. Not going to dwell on them, but just want to remind you why we're here, what we're doing, and what our focus really is. Number 1, we're here to help emotional hurting people. Yes, and we've been trying to do that. Let's then go back and watch some of those earlier tapes or, current ones, whatever. You'll find a lot of information there. We're here to help marriages and families. We're here to understand, help you to understand purpose and destiny. We're here to help you to understand kingdom concepts. We're here also to break down religious walls. Those are the 5 focuses of Kingdom Connect TV1. And so I think we have done well over the first year. And now we'll continue to do so. Every day we're bringing you fresh content. Yeah, there's no place like here, Kingdom Connect TV1. Thank you again, and God bless you. Stay with us for the duration of the program, and I believe that you will be blessed by something, somewhere, somehow, something. The 5 words we're talking about, which I've given you them the other day, and I think, yeah, they're behind me right here. You notice the check ones are the check. The first one we did learn. Now today we're doing try. Okay, that's checked off. And God's willing, we'll continue on, the rest. The other 3 as we go by. But my friends, very important that you stay tuned with us, stay with us. And, if you have to get a pen and paper to jot some things down, do so. All right? But that word, that 3-letter word, try. Let me give you a verse of scripture from 1 Samuel chapter 2, 3b. It says, let not arrogancy come out of your mouth, for the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. So whatever you do, God is weighing those actions, our actions. He's weighing them. All right? So we have to be very careful. Trying is another word. Tried is another word. So we're going to delve into all of those as we go along. So try. Try requires action. Yeah. Action. Yeah. The thing is, David, when you think of that word try, David could have kept to himself what he learned when he saw Goliath. He could have been silent. He could have said, you know what, this is not my place. But he said, there is a cause. I have to do this. In other words, he was willing to try. Regardless of what was going on from Saul to his brothers and everybody, I mean, he said, you know what? Yeah, I'm the smallest one, the most tiny, look like the weakest, but you know what? I'm not going to sit by and let this uncircumcised guy take us down. I'm going to try. And I believe, I trust, I know that the God I serve is well able to do so. So try is anchored in a deeper word that's called why. Yeah, and I won't get much into that, but it's anchored into that word that's called why. So what you try reveals your value. Remember that. What you try, it reveals your value. Or maybe I could say your true value. Yeah. When trying is aligned with purpose or values, even small steps carry real weight. Yeah. Because it's aligned with your purpose. And if you could think about that, we were all sent here to earth on purpose and for purpose. So if you know of the slightest, the little knowledge, just basic knowledge of yourself, okay? Let's say you don't understand all about you, but you have a knowledge of who you are and whose you are, and you're willing to expand on that to a higher level. What you have done, what you're doing is that you've tried and you are trying to get to that place, because try and try, they're two different words. I'll get deeper into that, okay? So you have the desire to do something, and now you have put that something into motion. Yeah. So even the small steps, okay? So you're trying to align your purpose, yeah, with your values. And so when these combine together, I mean, it's a heavyweight. It's a thunderbolt. Yeah. Because those are things that the enemy find it hard to fight. When he's fighting you, you have an idea of who you are and whose you are. You know that you're sent here on purpose, and you know your value. So my friends, all of those things combine. You don't have to know everything all at once. Nobody knows everything, but just have a little insight of, man, this is who I am, and I know whose I am. Yes, and when you try to connect all of those things, purpose, values, man, you become a target for the enemy. But you know what? He can't win. Yeah. And you're let me say it this way, you become a force to reckon with. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have everything that you have, but you have something that is valuable and precious. And so the enemy said, man, you know what? How do I get through that force field? Because he's so powerful. She's so powerful. A lot of you watching me right now, you have gone through so much in your life that at times it looks like you'll never ever make it. But you know what? Because you are connected to a source that is beyond the enemy, he cannot penetrate that source. And so because of that connection that you have, the enemy got problem with you. He got problem with a lot of us, because we have an idea, a good idea of who we are. And so we're taking that from step to step. So to try is to expose yourself to failure. And remember that when you're trying, there is no guarantee that everything is going to work the way you want it to or you expect it to. Trying is exposing you to failure, but it's also exposing you to growth. That's the important part. So there are two things that's happening, okay? You could fail, or you could get stronger. You could grow. So it's the courage to set the thing in motion that makes it. You have the courage to set the thing in motion. I am going to try. And then the wheel begin to turn. Now, that is where everything changes, because the desire has now become an action. Yeah. So let me say it this way, every attempt exposes your vulnerability, because we're all vulnerable. So every attempt that you make, it exposes you some more. And so what happened, there are things that you're exposed to. You're exposed to judgment from those around you, your own humankind. You're exposed to failure. You're exposed to disappointment, but you're also exposed to success. That's a good part. Yeah. So when you're trying, and the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is that the enemy is not going to sit by and say, you know what, you're trying, so let me leave you alone. No, that's when he's going to try to penetrate every area of your life to see if he can break you. Yeah, because he wants to stop you. Yeah. So what trying does, it opens the door for connection, a better connection. Yeah. It opens the door for courage, more courage. And it also makes you authentic, because then you are showing the real you. Yeah. The truth is that many people don't try because they forget who they are and they forget whose they are. And so they sit by and time passes them by. Life is just slipping away from them. They haven't tried anything. And because they haven't tried anything, then they truly don't get anything. Yeah, that's the bottom line. So you have to show the enemy, let him see you doing something. He's going to do everything that he possibly can. But listen, now this is where the battle takes place, because then God knows that you're doing this willingly and you're authentic in what you're doing. And so the enemy is saying, I want to break him. I want to break her. So if you are broken in that time, God knows about it and he allows it. Yeah, he is allowing it. And if he allows it, there's a reason why he's allowing this to happen. Yeah. 2 Corinthians 12 and verse 9. God's promise to Paul, the Apostle Paul we're talking about, it says, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. So what I said before is that if something happens, if God allows something to happen in your life, because you're trying hard and you're doing everything that you want to do, oh gosh, I'll come to you guys in a minute. Yeah. All right. So things are going to happen and you're going to face some situations that is going to seem like, man, this is not healthy. This is not helping. But you see, the God who brought you to where you are is the same God who's going to take you to the rest of the journey. So like he says to Paul here, my grace is sufficient. Don't worry. Don't cave in. Don't surrender. My grace is sufficient for you. Wow, what a consolation. And good morning to all of you, my Lord. So good to see you guys this morning. Joan Lisa, good morning. Yeah, blessings to everyone. And she says, try Jesus. If you try everything and everything failed, try Jesus. I remember that chorus in the islands. If you try everything and everything failed, try Jesus. And yeah, and Joan D says, if at first you don't succeed, try, and try again. And Lady Hawthorne, Cousin Hawthorne, says, good morning, everyone. Blessings to you all. And blessings to you, my cousin. God bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you, all of you. Yeah. Yeah, so trying is so important. So God says, I'll give you the enabling, the tenacity, the endurance. I'll give you my grace. Because what happened is that in your time of weakness, oh wow, my power, the power of the Almighty God is going to make perfect in your time of weakness. So try is an act of faith. Try is what? An act of faith. It is the belief that something good can come from trying. Yes, so we look at trying versus try versus trying. Try versus trying. So try is what we tell ourselves when we want to initiate an action. We tell ourselves, I am going to try, which is a good thing to feed into yourselves. I'm going to try. So when we look at the word try is a desire. It's the decision to step forward into action. It is the doorway that leads to trying. Did you hear what I just said? Try is the doorway that leads to trying. It's the yes before the journey begins. Woohoo! It's the yes before the journey begins. Trying is action. Trying reveals effort. It tells me I'm not sitting by doing nothing. I'm going to start the journey. It reveals something so positive and so powerful that you are able to fight against the struggles and everything, because humanity has struggles. All of us, we have struggles, and we're going to have to go through those struggles in life. And as Joan D said there, Job's suffering was a trial to test his faith. 23:10. Yes, to test his faith. And a lot of us, yes, we will experience those times of trials in our life. So trying is action. You have to put the thing in motion. The wheel has to start turning. So trying is the not yet there. Did you hear what I just said? Trying is the not yet there. It's where character is shaped. Right there. Trying. Trying is the fire that refines. It is what we would call the messy middle. Yeah, it is the in between. I'm trying. I am trying. Not just the desire to try, but I am trying. The wheel is in motion. Try is obedience. Trying is surrender. What did I just say? Try is obedience. Trying is surrender. Try is the step of faith. Trying is the walk of faith. You need to grab that. Try is the step of faith. Trying is the walk of faith. They're two different things. You have to make that step. But because you make that first step, it doesn't mean that that's the journey. You have to keep going. So that's where trying comes in. I'm going, and regardless of the uphill, the downhill, the sideways, the all sort of, all the things that's trying to bombard me and stop me, I am trying, and I'll keep on trying. Oh my God. It's the keep on trying that makes a difference. Trying is engaging. You don't have to be perfect. None of us. God don't expect that from us, because listen, all you have to do, be available. Just make yourself available. We sometimes wait for perfection. But that's where we get defeated if we're waiting for perfection. We have to make ourselves available. That's what God looks for. That's what He works with, the availability. All we have to do is show up. And God's grace will guide our steps. Oh my God. My friend, the power of trying lies in consistency. Yes. That's where the power of trying lies, in consistency. So if you tried, you make the first step, but then, man, I can't bother. You are inconsistent. So you're not going to make it. No, you're not trying. You tried, but you stopped. So we have to make sure that we understand that the power of trying and achieving lies in what is called consistency. Listen, if you understand well how water works, water is a powerful source, and one little drop, tiny drop of water dropping on a concrete or something that's real solid, Okay? One drop keeps dropping at that same spot for a long duration of time. Guess what? It is going to soften that spot. It's going to make a dent in that spot. It doesn't matter what that thing is. It's going to do something and penetrate it. So the consistency of trying, my friends, that's what it does. Like drops of water, shaping a stone or rock, whatever it is. Small efforts that we make over time create lasting change. You need to send that to somebody. Small efforts over time create lasting change. It's like that chisel that persistently tapping on a marble. And marble is not something that you can just break very easy, just like anything. But if just one slight tap at that same spot, that chisel, yeah, it's going to do damage. It's going to do something. So, my friend, trying is what you call your declaration of faith, because then I'm declaring this. The desire is there to try. Yes, I'm not going to just make it something that's into my head anymore. I'm declaring it as my act of faith, and I'm going to move forward, because you may not see results immediately, and that's our problem. We're looking for immediate results, instant gratification. That's not what it's all about, my friend. We have to continue the process. Yeah, we have to trust that something is unfolding beneath the surface. Yeah, I don't see it, I don't hear it, I don't know what it is, but I am consistent, and I know that something is going on beneath the surface. Something is going on. You have to trust enough to believe enough, and you have to hold fast enough. You have to embrace enough. Understand that God is still our refuge, and He is still our strength, and He is still a very present help in times of trouble. To try and fail is not the end. Some of you watching me right now, you have tried, but you have failed. It's not the end. Guess what it is? It's information gained. Ooh, Jesus. When you try and you fail, you know what happened? You got information. I failed, but I got information. And so you're going to use that information. The next time you step out, you are not going to make that same mistake again, because you have information. When you see failure as information, you stay open to learning and growth. Hey, I want to say that again. If you can view failure as information gained, you will stay open to learning and growth. We talk about learning day before yesterday. Yesterday we also, highlighted it on the Celebrate With Us program, where we had other folks here. So learning is, a key factor of life, my friends. Trying is the bridge. Oh my God. Trying is the bridge between desire and destiny. There is a bridge that you have to cross over. You have the desire. I'm going to try. Yeah, that's a desire. But then to get over to destiny, there has to be trying, has to take place right there. Yeah, so trying is the bridge. The desire is not just in your head anymore. I'm going to try. But now you are trying, because you're moving from point A to point B. You're moving it from a desire to destiny. Trying is something that motivates us, all of us, to excel and to win. Do you want to excel? Do you want to win? You cannot just have something in your head and tell yourself, this is what I'm going to do, and never do it. Because, my friend, trying builds resilience. It builds humility, because we have to get to that place where we're not braggadocious, as the old word goes, think that I got it all together and things like that. Another thing that trying does, it builds our spiritual muscle. If that is something powerful right there, it builds our spiritual muscle. All of us need to be built up that way. Trying invites surrender. You do your part, but you release the outcome to the Creator, to God. Yes, you're doing your part, but you know that God's got his part to do. He's not going to allow you to do everything. Yeah, he said you got to make the effort. You got to start to put the ball in, put the thing in motion, and then that's where I step in. If you don't do anything, he's not going to step in. I mean, he's not going to do it automatically. We have to start the process. And then when we start it by faith, he says, okay, I see your faith. I see your determination. I see that you're willing to try. Now I will take it from here. Proverbs 16 verse 3. He says, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. Oh my God. Commit it to the Lord. Give it to him. And your plans will be established. God, as I said, God's going to take it from where you start the ball rolling, you put it in motion. God says, okay, my time. I take it from here. All you got to do, stay plugged into him. Watch him do what he does best. Make way out of no way. Trying is something that plants seeds. Yeah. So we're dealing with, as I said, we're dealing with the word try. But trying is trying. And then we also have tried. Yeah. So trying, as what you're doing is that you're planting seeds as you go along. But the problem is, oh God, the problem is that we sometimes expect that the fruit is going to come overnight. Oh Lord of mercy, help me here now. Trying does not produce fruit overnight. It's not going to appear overnight. Why? Because seeds grow in time. It takes time for seeds to grow. And also, seeds grow in silence. So until that thing is ready to bud and pop out and show you that is coming up, putting on leaves and growing, you're not seeing anything. It is growing in silence. Behind the scene is growing. So when you have tried and you're trying, my God Almighty, when you said, I'm not going to sit by and allow just anything to just invade my space, but I'm going to do what I know God has given me the ability to do. I know the result is not going to come like 1, 2, 3, but I know the result is going to come. And so all we have to do is keep on trying. Remember, my friends, send the link out to somebody, share it with somebody, tell them that they need to come in, tap in, join in, because this is something that we all need to know, need to hear, need to understand, need to really get involved, get our minds active. Yeah, from just, I'm going to do it, but never do it. I want to do it, but never start the process. No, we have to have that desire to try. And then when God comes, when he visits us, he has to see us trying. Oh. He wants to see us trying, not stuck someplace and saying, God, well, I'm stuck. Like the man at the pool side. I'm stuck here because every time I try, somebody's stepping before me, and so I give up. I can't bother with this anymore because I don't have the energy to do it. No, regardless, you have to try to the last. Try when there is no more energy. You still keep on trying because that's where you're going to get your breakthrough. My friends, seeds grow in season. Remember earlier on I said they grow in silence, okay? You're not seeing it. But it also grows in season. And so it depends on what season you are in. Emotionally, physically, whatever, Ali, wherever you are. It depends on where you are in your life. Okay, if you're at a place where you're fertilizing those seeds, and the season is right, you're going to see results, and sometimes it comes quicker than you even could ever imagine. So they grow in season. Sometimes we don't understand, and so there's some things in life we will never understand. But understand this, that the root must be two things: patience and faithfulness. The root of what we do must be patience and faithfulness. Yeah, those are two very important words that we need to grab a hold of, take a hold of, because, my friends, that's the only way you're going to get past, get to where you need to get to. Yeah. So sometimes things may feel off. You wake up one morning and things just feel off. Like, wow, man, you know what? I'm not feeling anything. Yeah, yeah. And so you feel like there's a disconnect. Maybe somebody watching me right now, you woke up this morning and you just feel like, man, there's a disconnect. You're not making, you're not making proper connection to your source. It's like everything I try, it's like the source is not really, man, I don't know, I'm just not getting the juice that I expect, or what I think I should be getting. You know, it could be just about, it doesn't mean that you're disconnected. But sometimes it's like, I believe God does some little things in the middle there, because as Joan put up there, Job's suffering was a trial to test his faith. So sometimes you're plugged in. You're checking, man, am I plugged in? You're plugged in, but you're not getting the juice. Yeah, that is something that maybe could be a God thing. Yeah. But if you're plugged in, you're not disconnected. Yeah, you're still in a good place, if I say it that way. So it's not a place to say, well, I've failed. All right, I give up. Nothing has happened. Nothing is happening, so I give up. It's you're trying, being tried. Oh boy, what does that even mean? Your trying is being tried. Yes, so you're trying, but then your trying is being tried. So God is looking at you now. The foundation has to be, as I said, it has to be patience, and it has to be faithfulness. But then God have a way of testing those things sometimes. Yeah. So your trying can be tried. Yeah, and that's a new one that just came, all right? So, yeah, I got to go with the flow as I'm going along. So sometimes when we find ourselves in that position, in that place, and God says, you know what, I'm going to have to try you a little bit to see, all right, what you're made of. So I'm going to test you. I'm going to test your faithfulness. I'm going to test your patience. God will do that because he's making sure that what the words that's coming from you, that you can stand up. You can stand up and you can defend those things, defend what you're saying. Yeah. So try is a yes to growth. Let me say that again. Try is a yes to growth. It's opportunity of becoming. That's what it is. It's an opportunity of becoming. Yeah. It's not something that's taking you backward. It's an opportunity to propel you forward. Now, trying is how we evolve into our calling. I said try. What did I say a while ago? Try is a yes to growth. It's the opportunity of becoming. But we have trying is how we evolve into our calling. Trying. Yeah. So try shapes us into who we were born to be. Try shapes us into who we were born to be. But trying, as I said, I think I said this early on in the broadcast, that trying is declaring your faith. Yeah. So I know I'm not going to see results 1, 2, 3 like that, but I will keep on trying. So because your faith tells you that if you stop at just the desire, nothing is going to happen. There has to be an action, deliberate action. So trying, my friends, it moves you into the direction of hope. Trying, it moves you into the direction of hope. Trying does not guarantee success, and I said that earlier on. But at the same time, it positions you for success, if you understand what I just said. All right? I'm not saying it guarantees success, but it positions you for success. That's what it's all about. So, and I think earlier on, I think it was Joan put inside the chat there, that if at first you don't succeed, try again. It means that you may try but fail. You may try but fail. But it doesn't mean that because you fail, you're going to say, well, you know what, man, I wasn't successful, so that's it. No, trying, I want to repeat myself, trying does not guarantee success, but it positions you for success. So you have to move into the direction of hope. You have to keep on hoping, and you have to keep on trusting. You see, trying, what it does, it opens a door, because the door of success is there. Yeah. So yes, there's no guarantee that I have to make it on that side. No, but the door is open. And so, just like what she said, if you don't succeed, if you fail, if you falter, if you got weak along the line and something happened and you realize, no, the door is still open and saying, here I am, come on in. But then you have to continue, you have to keep trying. Yeah. So trying, my friends, is that place, that thing that takes you through that open door of success. Yeah. This is a place where effort meet divine empowerment. Oh my God. This is where your effort come face to face with divine empowerment. Because God says, I've empowered you to be, to do, to act, to all these things that He has empowered you to do. And so now, if you don't make the effort, in other words, we're talking about trying. If you keep it as a desire, well, I think I'll do it one of these days. I think I'll make a start somewhere. No, you have to now get to the place where you're making the effort, because then once you make the effort, you're coming face to face with divine empowerment, because God has empowered you to do some phenomenal things in your life, and then you're striving towards that. Try is the mustard seed called effort. Try is that mustard seed that called effort, and it blossom. My God. That thing can become a tree of transformation. It blossoms and it start to manifest, fruit start to manifest on it. Yeah. So try is that thing. When you move from try to trying, then you begin to see manifestation. You begin to see transformation, because it's not that the mustard seed has now changed from just a mustard seed into a tree. It has changed from a mustard seed into a tree. And so the only way that can happen is that you have to move from try to trying. Yeah, you have to move. And because once you do that, once you say, I'm trying, you have surrendered everything to the source, to the creator. And say, God, I'm trying. I'll never stop. I'm going to keep on trying. Even if I didn't succeed this minute right here, I'll keep on trying. And so what happened is that the seed is being germinated. The seed is being transformed, and it's growing. It's becoming a tree, because then you decide, I'm not going to stop at just try, but I'm going to keep on trying. Keep on trying. Yeah. What's my time? Oh boy. Yeah. Every try is a teacher. Oh boy. Every try is a teacher. Even when it doesn't work, it works on you. Understand that? Trying is desire with feet. In other words, trying is try with feet, if I could say it that way. So your try, okay, is that thing that causes a desire, but trying gives it feet. And so now trying is moving, trying is walking, trying is action, trying. Yeah, so it's lodging that, we call it longing for that transformation, or that thing to be manifested into something, valid, or something that can actually be seen. Yeah. And so when there is movement, what we don't want is to just stop at the desire of try. We want to keep on trying and keep on trying, and so we can get into that place of manifestation. We have to get into that new place of manifestation. Yeah. So try shapes character. It's not just about what we do. Understand that. It's not just about what we do, but who we become. Yeah. It's about who we become. So if I stop at try, I will never become anything. Trying, I'm sorry. Trying invites surrender. You're giving God your everything you have, because God, here I am. I am trying. I'm doing my part. You don't indicate the outcome and tell him this is what the outcome has to be. I'm trying, but the outcome, the result is on you. So God already knows what the outcome is going to be, but then you have to move from try to trying. Trying helps you discern, what resonates, or what is there that to be understood or to be seen. It's how you find your rhythm with God's will for your life. Yeah, trying is a yes to growth, as I said that before. It's that thing that, try is the yes to growth, but trying is the result of what you experience when you say yes. Okay, let me say it that way. Okay, try is a yes, I will do it. Then trying is going to bring you the result of saying yes, because now you have aligned yourself. You have made yourself to be more strongly connected to the source, and so it makes you more whole, and opens the door for becoming. Yeah, because we don't do things because we just want to do it or we think we should do it. No, we do things because we want to become something. We want to become better than we are, who we are. And so God waits for us. And so, my friends, we have to move from where we are. Try is obedience. That's what it is. Try is obedience. Yeah, in my head, in my thoughts, in my mind, I'm obeying. I'm obeying. The trying now surrenders. It's surrender. It's, as I said before, it's the movement of the decision versus the process of devotion. Wow. I just said something powerful right there. Try is obedience. Trying is surrender. It's the movement, or rather the moment of decision versus the process of devotion. Wow, that's awesome right there. So obedience doesn't require full understanding, just the willingness to try. What did I just say? Obedience doesn't require full understanding. There are some things you do not understand, and you will never understand. But guess what? Just the willingness to try, my God, that alone is open the door to success. And guess what? Success begins with a try. Success begins with a try. Try is a conscious act of the will. It's the moment you say yes to God, even when you don't know the outcome. You say yes, my soul say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. It's the yes that's going to make the difference. Like Mary, yes, Lord, be it unto me. Yes is a very important word, because by obedience, hear me now, by obedience, Abram tried by leaving Ur. Obedience. So he had to put that obedience into action. Yeah. Peter tried by stepping out of the boat, obeying the Lord. He tried by stepping out of the boat. So trying is willingness. Here is the here I am, Lord, send me. It's here I am, Lord, send me, according to Isaiah 6 verse 8. So you're not sitting back feeling that, you know what, man, I don't have value. You are going to develop the desire that's in your head, that desire of try. I think I want to try. If I try, I believe I can make it. You want to change that try into trying. Yeah. So trying as surrender. The ongoing, it's talk about ongoing act of yielding yourselves to the source. Yeah. Especially when the path is unclear, you can't see anything, you don't understand a lot of things, you don't understand things, but what happens sometimes, the outcome is being delayed, just like in Daniel's case, the outcome was delayed. And so did Daniel give up? No, he kept holding the rein. Yeah, because what he said, I'm going to keep on asking, keep on trying, keep on beseeching until something happened. The acronym for pray is, push rather, is pray until something happens. Pray until something happens. But it has to be sincere prayer. It has to be a prayer that's reaching, touching, melting the very mind of God towards you. It's opening doors of opportunity. You have to try, and you have to move it from try. You have to have the desire to try, but you have to move it from try to trying. It has to happen. Yeah. David could have, not David rather, Abram could have, when he heard the call, he could have said, you know what, I think I want to try that walk. I want to try that journey. Yeah, he could have said that and just stay there. But no, he put that thing, when he heard the call and had the commission, he said, I'm going to move from try to trying. Yeah. And then if you fail along the way, you have tried. You have tried. And that's what God is waiting for. Somebody who will just not just stay at try, but will move from try to trying. Even if the result is delayed, you keep on trying. Paul, another character, he was trying when he pleaded for the thorns. Yeah, God, move these thorns from me. Could you please take these thorns away from me? This is too much. He was trying to get God's attention, and he did get his attention, but God responded, say, no, yeah, I hear you, but I'm not going to remove the thorns because there's a reason why they're there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to suffice you with something that's going to take you through or help you to get through the other side. I'll give you my grace. And my friends, God gives grace. He supplies grace and more grace. Jesus himself in the Garden of Gethsemane, I mean, listen, he was vulnerable, but in that enduring honesty, hear what he says, not my will, but thy will be done, in Luke 22:42. So surrender, that's where we found surrender. Surrender is what sustains obedience when the result don't come quickly sometime. It's the yes. It's that word, as I said, the yes after the initial try. Because sometimes when you try, and when I started earlier and I talk about the trying and the stopping, that initial try, it has to be followed with yes. I will continue the journey. Yeah. As I'm getting ready to winding down, it's 10:55 on my clock here. Yeah. Now I want for you to imagine a door and a path. Okay, a door and a path, a pathway, hallway, whatever it is. Now, try is the moment you open the door. You open that door. That's try. The desire is there, and so now you open the door. But then you could just open the door, look, and do nothing. So now trying says, let's walk the path. Let's walk the path. So sometimes the path might be uphill in your life. Sometimes it might be downhill. Sometimes it might be dark. But the thing is that you have to keep going forward. You have to keep going forward. So my friends, try is very important, because try says, I choose to obey even when I don't see the full picture and I don't understand it. Trying says, I surrender. The outcome and trust to the one who called me and sent me. So these are two words that we have to take into consideration. You may have the desire to try, but you cannot keep it just at a desire. You have to move it from the desire to action. Trying is the action. Yeah. So my friends, when you're trying, what you have done, you have surrendered try to your Creator. And you say, no, God, I don't just have a desire, but now I am doing what you asked me to do. I'm trying, and I will keep on trying. It was so good to be with you today. I hope and trust that you got something from this broadcast today. We continue to come to you Monday through Friday, streaming on YouTube. Thank you for being a part of our family, the Kingdom Connect family. God bless you, my friends. As we go today, I want to pray with you. Okay? Thank God for this day. Thank God for His presence. Thank God for His love. Thank God for being God. And I pray for you today. Something will go well in your life today. Something will manifest in your life today. You will not just try, but when the Lord calls your name again, He will find you trying. May God continue to bless you, my friends. Have a great day in the Lord. Thank God for His goodness. Thank Him for His love. Please remember that, I have this new book that's called Leadership Dynamics that I really want you to get a copy of this book. It's a very, very good resource that you need to have. If you're a leader or aspiring leader, please, you can order this copy by calling, I think the number, I don't see the thing running on the bottom there, the number, but 470-383-5139. Yeah, so I look forward to hear from you. I pray and hope that God will continue to bless you, shower you, shine on you. My friends, God love you, and so do we. Have a great day in the Lord.